Kristen, it's been so warm out there today, and I think it's only getting worse.
Yeah, it was a hot Father's Day, that's for sure. Happy Father's Day, by the way. But we're going to see a little bit of relief for a few days. We have a cold front that's approaching. The relief will be quick. It'll be minor. It won't be much relief, but at least we won't have the high 90s around, that's for sure, for a couple of days. Today we have mid-90s in Salt Lake, but down in Provo, 97. And then Fillmore, 98. Moab in the triple digits. Hanksville in the triple digits. And St. George topping out at 105. And check out Rock Springs. That's when you know it's hot, in the 90s there this afternoon. It's 78 right now. Skies are mainly clear. We'll have clear skies tonight and tomorrow. Overall, a mostly sunny day, but we will have some clouds creeping in for the afternoon as this cold front does approach. It's a dry front. We won't get rain from it, but it will bring in a little extra cloud cover. And notice the temperatures don't climb so quickly tomorrow. We're in the upper 60s at 7 a.m. By noon, 87, and then we're in the low 90s at 3 o'clock. So some relief, but we're still talking highs well above average, right around 93 for a high tomorrow. Again, with that front approaching, winds are going to be coming in from the southwest, and that is going to be coming in at about 15 to 25 miles an hour, occasionally some gusts at 35 miles an hour. So it doesn't mean any damaging wind, but with the temperatures as they are and with how dry it is, that means extreme fire danger through midnight tomorrow night. Skies again mainly clear, no rain out there, high pressure to our south. Here's the cold front that's going to be approaching, and that's going to help promote some of that wind for tomorrow. So for the rest of today or the rest of the night, we have it nice and clear. Tomorrow afternoon, you can see a little bit of cloud cover, some shower activity to our north. The cold front's getting closer to us, and it's just a little bit cooler because we're farther away from that high pressure system. Overnight tomorrow night, this is midnight. You can see the cloudier skies lingering, and this is when that front's coming through to bring in the coolest day of the week, which will be on Tuesday, and we'll be back to a day in the upper 80s. So that's going to be nice. You can see a lot of sunshine behind the front Tuesday. By Wednesday, we have another ridge of high pressure building in, and that is going to crank up the heat again. And Thursday will be the hottest day we've had all year, with a high of 102, if not 103, along the Wasatch Front in some areas. By Sunday, a system potentially tracking to our north hopefully can bring in some shower activity. Right now, still looks like most of it will be to our north, but there will be a system approaching for the second half of next weekend. That should bring our temperatures down and bring us some more relief and potentially a more drastic cool down than what we see over the next couple of days. So for central Utah, mid-90s, lots of sunshine, 95 in Fillmore. Down in St. George, up to 106, windy, high fire danger. Same thing in Moab, 102. Beaver in the low 90s. 7-day forecast for St. George. Look at Wednesday, Thursday, 107 and 108. That is 10 degrees above average. By Sunday, though, we're sliding back to the mid-90s. Northern Utah, we have highs in the low 90s in Cache Valley, mid-90s for West Valley, and Spanish Fort going for 98 tomorrow afternoon. Low to mid-90s along the Wasatch Front, and Park City, not quite as hot in the mid-80s with lows in the mid-50s tonight. Here's your 7-day forecast for the Wasatch Front. Temperatures again coming down Tuesday, a high of 87. Tuesday night down to 62. But then by Wednesday, we're back up to 93 again. And then as you can see, Thursday up near 101, 102. Friday still in the high 90s, and then trying to cool things off this weekend back to the low 90s next Sunday, as long as that storm system passes to our north and brings us some relief from the heat. But for right now, we just got to take a couple of days here before the heat moves.
It's going to be a hot one there on Thursday.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks a lot, Kristen.
Thank you.